by their own brothers. And they say, what are you doing?
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters of Islam and people of the world. I was just kicked out of the masjid from Jum'a prayer because all I asked was the international, all I asked was the sheikh to pray for the millions of Muslims, in East Turkestan that are suffering under the Chinese oppression in the concentration camps. All I asked for the imam of this masjid in the United States was to be, Ya Sheikh, please pray for the Muslims in East Turkestan. And they kicked me out of Jum'a prayer. They kicked me out of the mosque, out of the house of Allah, because I told them, just take 1 minute of your time to pray for the Muslims in East Turkestan. All I asked him was to pray 1 minute, take 1 minute to please remember the Muslims of East Turkestan that are being killed right now, that are being slaughtered. To remember the millions of Muslims that are in the concentration camps where they are forced to denounce their religion, where they are forced to renounce Islam, where they are forced to renounce their Islamic identity, where they are forced to renounce Allah and pray to the communists and say that the communist is Allah and the communist is God. Lanatullah alayh! Lanatullah alayh! Woe unto every Muslim here! Woe unto the Sheikh that kicked me out of this masjid, because all I asked him was, Ya Sheikh, please do not forget the Muslims of Turkestan in your prayers. And instead of praying for the Muslims in East Turkestan, they kicked me out because I asked him to pray for the Muslims in East Turkestan. What kind of Muslims, what kind of ummah is this? What kind of ummah is this? What kind of hypocrites are you? Lanatullah alayhi ya munafiqeen. Y'all are nothing but hypocrites. Knowing that there's this much oppression in East Turkestan, knowing this, y'all refuse. All these sheikhs, all these hypocrite imams refuse to even pray, to take even 1 minute to pray for the Muslims that are being slaughtered in East Turkestan. Brother, all we are worrying about is praying 5 times a day. 5 times a day. Does Allah not say in the Quran, if there is oppression, fight against it. If you cannot fight against it...
Are you trying to be the Mahdi?
No, I'm not trying to be the Mahdi. I'm just trying to say, what kind of imams are these? Does Allah not say, if there is oppression, stop it with your fans if you can. If you cannot, then speak out against it. If that is weak, if you don't have even the voice to speak out against it, then pray.
That's true.
And what are our Muslims, what are our imams doing? What are our imams doing? They just kicked me out on Friday prayer because all I asked was, Ya Sheikh, please pray for the millions of Muslims in East Turkestan that are being slaughtered. Is this justice? What is this justice?
It's not justice, brother.
It's not justice. And then y'all watched them kick me out of the mosque. Y'all watched them kick me out. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't even get to ask my question. I just went up there and I was like,
you was raising your voice. That's why I came out.
I didn't raise my voice. I raised my voice after y'all kicked me out.
Okay.
I raised my voice after y'all kicked me out.
Okay, well, brother.
I didn't raise my voice. All I said, Ya Sheikh,
I didn't kick you out.
Please pray for me. You watched them kick me out. You let them kick me out.
Brother, I don't know who you is. I'm trying to find out what you're fighting for.
I'm fighting for the millions of Muslims in East Turkestan that are being slaughtered as we speak. Our women are being raped.
Let's mean you pray.
Our women are being raped.
Let's mean you pray together.
My brothers and sisters are in concentration camps. We're forced to pray to the devil. We're forced to pray to the Chinese communists. And not Allah.
Brother, let's mean you pray together then.
Not
you
Allah.
pray together then to Allah.
What kind of hypocrites are you?
Don't worry about them.
What kind of hypocrites are you?
Don't worry about them right now. Don't worry about them. Let's mean you pray for them right now.
What kind of hypocrites are you? This
Don't worry
is the
about
house
them.
of Allah.
I know that.
Nobody has the right to kick anybody out of the house of Allah.
You're right about
then
that.
why did they kick me out?
You're right about that.
Why did they kick me out?
You know why?
Why did
because
they kick me out?
don't want the disruption. They don't want fighting arguments.
I wasn't arguing.
But the raising the voice is an aggression.
Brother, I didn't raise my voice until after you kicked me out.
Brother, I understand that.
Allah is my witness. I didn't even say a word. They kicked me out, and then I said, "What the heck are you doing? What kind of Muslims are you?" Okay. All I went there is I went to the Imam to ask him. Before I could even speak, they dragged me out. Okay. They dragged me out. What kind of Muslim country is this? What kind of Muslims are you? What kind of Imam is this? Is he a munafiq? Wallahi alayhi, he's a munafiq.
Brother.
Lanatullah alayhi.
Okay, brother.
Lanatullah alayhi.
Brother, But brother,
I'm not violating the khutbah. I didn't violate the khutbah.
Don't get him hyped up.
don't get your.
I did not violate the khutbah. He stood silent. He stood silent. He stayed silent.
Then you talk to the
Look, I said okay. I was going to talk to him, but you kicked me out. I told him I'd wait, and he's like, no, you're the same guy.
Brother, calm down, though.
No, I'm not going to calm down. How can I calm down when 3.5 million of my brothers and
Okay, then
sisters?
let's play it.
Look, I have 86 relatives in concentration camps right now. I have 86 relatives in concentration camps. 3.5 million people, at least 3.5 million people are in concentration. Hold on. You want to know why I'm this? I'll explain. No, you don't. No, you don't. 3.5 million of my people are in concentration camps. Our women are being raped as we speak. Our men are being killed. Our children are being taken to forced government atheist schools.
You want to speak to the imam about it?
I told the imam many times, could you at least take 1 minute to pray?
Do you know?
He ignores it every time, so I told him this time.
He doesn't ignore it. Like he said, there's a policy here where you
No,
wait after he's done.
Look, I've talked to the imam many times. The imam knows
You
me.
gotta wait till after prayers. You gotta listen. You gotta wait till after prayers, and you make time for the imam. And you
No,
talk
before-
to him.
He gonna take you in the office with him when the coup
He always does that. He takes you in the office and you talk to him.
I'm not.
And you explain.
I want the whole. I want
Why
the.
you not listening?
I
man?
explained this.
Do you
many
want me to
times.
raise my voice at you too?
Look, I've already.
Do you want me to
explained
raise my voice
Go
at
ahead,
you?
raise it.
Okay, I just told you. After he's done, he'll take you to his office. He'll talk to you.
I've already
Do you not
talked to him.
understand that?
I've already talked to him. Do you not
so
understand
what
that?
else? What else is the problem?
Do you not understand?
What
I told
else
him.
is the problem?
I'm asking him. Just take 1 minute.
Okay,
It
and I
doesn't
told
take
you.
more than a minute.
And I told you he will take that minute.
He hasn't. I spoke to him many times. I've spoken to him many times.
Hey, look, we're not
After
gonna keep
the
doing this.
coup over
Hey,
with,
look, man, we're not gonna keep doing this
after
all
the
day.
coup and the salat over with, he will let you say what you got to say in there.
Are you sure?
You got to wait.
Yes,
I will.
sure.
I will wait. I will wait.
But you got to wait till
Right
the
now,
coup
you gotta calm
Okay.
down.
Well, let's shake. Let's shake hands on this. Let's wait.
Take the shoes down.
Let's shake hands on this because if you do not let me, wallahi, y'all are munafiqeen.
Before you come back in, you gotta calm down.
I am calm.
We don't need all that
I am
aggravation.
calm.
We're giving
Y'all
you one
think-
more chance.
I didn't-
Sir, you gotta calm down, man.
Look, I didn't-
Listen to me. Listen to me. I'm talking to you. You have to calm down. We're letting you back in. We don't need all that. We don't need. We got people in there praying. I need you to respect that.
I respect that. I'm a Muslim.
So you're gonna.
I pray 5 times a day.
So you have to calm down, right?
I will calm down.
Okay.
But there's no right for them to.
Sir?
I didn't even get
Oh
to
my
ask
God.
my.
You some hikmah.
No, look.
Hey man, look.
Listen.
Look,
I didn't
I'm
even-
not gonna keep this back and forth with you, man.
I know.
I'm being very patient with you.
I'm being patient with
Okay?
y'all too.
We're letting you back inside. We don't need all that protesting that you're doing, okay?
I'm not protesting. I'm
Okay.
asking him to
All
pray
right. And
for the
he'll talk to
Muslims.
you. He'll talk to you.
Okay.
He's gonna let you walk inside.
Okay.
But
I told him many
listen
times.
to me. I don't need all that. We got people inside. I need you to respect them.
I respect them. I didn't say
You have to
anything.
calm
I said
down.
I'd wait. I went there
Listen
to
to me.
sit up front,
If
and
you
they
go-
dragged me out.
If you go in there and you don't calm down, you're gonna be in cuffs. You're gonna be
Okay.
arrested.
Okay.
Okay, what's the point of saying all of this?
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters of Islam. I'm in front of the mosque here on Embassy Row on Massachusetts Avenue in Washington, D.C. And I've just been kicked out of the masjid, and I'm barred from going into the masjid. If I go into the masjid, they're going to arrest me because
There's going to be a larger number
I was wanting to speak to the imam after khutbah and to ask him to pray, take 1 minute of his time
of the reins,
to pray for the Muslims here in East Turkestan,
reins of decision making.
to pray for the Muslims that are being slaughtered, that are being raped, that are being forced to denounce their religion in Chinese concentration camps. Yet, these imams, this imam and everyone in the mosque, you know, before I could even speak, they kicked me out. And they told this officer right here to kick me out, and that if I step in through this gate,
In a sense, to become strong internally.
that if I step in through this gate, that I'm going to get arrested. They're kicking me out from praying my Friday prayers here in the mosque, all because I was going to ask the imam a question. What has the world come to? What has the world come to?
But these ayat are saying
Why is it when it comes to the Muslims of East Turkestan, the entire world, including so-called Muslim Ummah, is silent? Why? Are we not Muslims enough? Are we not Muslims? Is it because we're Turkish? Or is it because something else?
identify your enemy. You can figure out what
Huh?
strategies he's employing.
Are we not Muslims? Are we not human beings?
Counter his particular strategies. But you have to engage him in a way.
Who kicks out a Muslim from praying in a mosque? Especially a Muslim that's actually telling people, you know, especially a Muslim that's already oppressed. Did our religion not say, did Islam not teach us, you know, that we have to take care of one another, that we have to help one another, that if we cannot even fight against the injustice, that we need to at least speak out against it? If we can't speak out against it, that we need to at least pray for it?
It is conviction that gives you the fortitude to
Why is it that the Muslims don't pray for us, that the Muslims don't care about us, the Muslims, they don't care if we're slaughtered? They know and they don't care if we're slaughtered, but then we have to rely on non-Muslims. Wallahi, those non-Muslims are more faithful than our own brothers and sisters who are Muslims, because at least they care, at least they pray for us. At least they don't kick us out. If either we go to their church or somewhere else to tell them, please pray for the Muslims. But when it comes to our own Muslims, when we go into the house of Allah and ask our brothers and sisters to pray for the millions of Muslims that are being raped, that are being slaughtered, that are forced to denounce their religion, their Islamic identity, we get kicked out. And all of these Muslim brothers and sisters here did not raise their voice. And do you not think that Allah is going to ask us on the day of judgment why you didn't speak out? I'm not a religious scholar, but I know enough that Allah is going to hold us accountable for not speaking out against these injustices, knowing that there's these injustices. Yes, we can't fight against the Chinese. Yes, we don't have that. But we can at least have a mouth. Allah didn't tape our mouth. Allah didn't tape our heart. Allah didn't close our hands. Why are we ignoring the millions of Muslims that are being slaughtered? Why are we just pretending that nothing like this is happening? Why are we laughing? Because you don't know that millions of people in East Turkestan are being slaughtered, that are being raped. And if those were your mothers and sisters, then you would be here, like me. If those were your children, if those were your fathers that are being killed, then you would be like here with me. 3.5 million Muslims are in concentration camps right now. And all the Islamic countries know this. It's not that you don't know, the media talks about it. But not one Muslim country, not one Muslim organization has come out and spoke against it. And we all pretend we don't know about it. Why? Why do we act like this, Ya ayyuhan nas? Are we not Muslims as well? Are we not your brothers? Are we not your brothers? Are we not your sisters? Are we not one ummah? Are we not one ummah? Answer this question. Y'all stood silently as he dragged me out of Allah's house. Because all I was going to ask him was, Ya Imam, Ya Shaykh, please pray for the 3.5 million Muslims that are currently being killed in the concentration camps. Please pray for the Muslims of East Turkestan that are being raped, that are being slaughtered. No. I have a right to be here. I have a right to be here. And y'all still stand silent, with smiles on your face.
Prayer's over.
Y'all watched him. Y'all took part in this injustice. Do you not think that Allah will not question you for this? Right now you might think I'm some crazy guy. But when it comes to you, when this situation comes to you, then you'll remember. When it's your mothers, when it's your sisters, when it's your daughters that are being raped, then you'll understand the situation. When you are being forced to pray to Mao Zedong and say that Mao Zedong is God, and pray to Karl Marx and say that Karl Marx is God, and when you are being forced to drink alcohol, and when you are forced to eat pork, then you'll understand the situation of the Muslims in East Turkestan. Keep on turning away. Keep on turning away. Wallahi, may Allah curse those who are heedless. We are one ummah. We're supposed to protect one another, not turn away from one another, not ignore one another. Your pain is supposed to be my pain is supposed to be your pain. Yet our imams, our scholars, they don't understand this. All they care about is the details of how to pray, how to take wudu. But when it comes to the millions of people that are being slaughtered, we don't care. Allah's not going to question on us because we're not the ones slaughtering them, right? Allah's not going to question us.
There was just a misunderstanding.
No.
They misunderstood you.
The misunderstanding. I talked to him many times. I talked to this imam many times. I told him I'd wait, and y'all just kicked me out. No, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. Please. I'm going to share this. This is live, Facebook Live. This is going to go everywhere. What kind of Muslims are you? What kind of Muslims are you? Ask yourself, what kind of Muslim am I to sit silently as millions of my brothers and sisters are being raped, killed, slaughtered? Do you not have a little bit of iman in your heart? Speak out against it. At least pray. At least pray. All I ask.
Against the Khatib. It's not.
I didn't. No, I told him. I just went up there to sit down. So when the Khatib was done.
Before.
No, when the Khatib was
before, you cannot go there.
No, look.
When he's talking, you can't.
I didn't say anything. Did I say anything? I didn't say anything until I came out. I just went up there.
You can't even stop him.
I just went up there to get closer.
What?
To
You
get
can't
closer.
call him. You can't go any other
Look,
time.
brother, I come here every week. I'm not making fitna. I'm not making fitna. I come here every day. I talk to the mosque. I talk to the imam many times. I ask him to pray. I'm asking him to pray for the Muslims in East Turkestan many times.
Of course, he's praying.
No, he didn't. He never prayed. I've been here several times.
In second khutbah,
I tell him many times, please pray for the Muslims in East Turkestan. Millions of our brothers. Look, you will understand. You don't understand me right now because you don't have mothers and sisters that are being raped. You don't have mothers and sisters that are being raped.
Don't be emotional.
How am I not going to be emotional? My brothers and sisters are dying. My mothers and sisters, my fathers, my aunts, uncles are in prison. They're being slaughtered.
We make fitna.
You make fitna. You kicked me out of Allah's house. You kicked me out of Allah's house. I didn't do wrong thing. I didn't even speak. I didn't even speak until I came out. Wallahi, I didn't speak until I came out.
The timing was wrong.
Of course, after all the Muslims are slaughtered, then the timing is right? For 68 years the timing has been wrong. For 68 years the time has been wrong. Fitna. I'm making fitna. I'm making fitna.
Fitna is not like that.
I'm making fitna. So for y'all to ignore the reality, for y'all to ignore the Muslims that are being slaughtered.